Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in the 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. And I've already off-roaded it in this one. Believe it or not, what you see on the sides, that's restraint. But in this review, Holly's behind the wheel, Tucker's back behind me. We'll tell you what this affordable midsize pickup truck is like for our family of three. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, we've had it for a week. I've had my fun in it. Fits in our garage. With this rainy weather, I think that is perhaps its biggest selling point. It is a pickup truck that fits in our garage and gets us out of the weather. But what have been your initial thoughts of this Chevy Colorado?
I like the way it looks.
Okay.
I like that it fits in our garage.
End of story. Okay.
On the outside.
All right, so lots to unpack there. Why don't we stick to our formula? I'll do outside, inside, driving impressions. Thoughts on the exterior?
Well, I definitely think that they've upgraded the look from previous models and made it look like a lot bigger, a lot more like a
Masculine.
big truck. Yeah, masculine truck. The lines and edges are a little bit sharper, so I like that a lot. And it doesn't feel like a short truck, even though
It
must be because it fits in our garage.
What are your thoughts, though, on this one? One of the biggest talking points among people like me is, so this is the off-road model, but the front end is just all black plastic.
I mean, I like the way it looks.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to, I wouldn't say that I look at the front and I'm like, oh, that's
Not a detractor for you, as I suspected.
cheap.
It does share the front end with the entry-level work truck, which I think is most people's complaint. You have to go upscale to get body-colored front end on this one. But
Well, and of course, a lot of my decisions and my opinions at this moment don't hinge on a cost factor.
Okay.
So, something like that might bother me if it's $100,000, you know?
it is not.
I had a feeling it wasn't.
So, all right, moving to the inside. Again, shares a lot with the base level work truck in here. So we have a lot of plastics, not a lot of differentiation of color.
Yeah, it's pretty basic and boring on the inside.
Yeah.
Everything is the same color, even though there's different design levels, if that makes sense.
Different textures.
They're not different textures. Well, I guess a different texture, but not a different
Color.
material or color.
Yeah, all the same material, different color,
And
different fit.
why even? Is that this like barely a different texture than this one? This is like putting polka dots with stripes. Like,
Don't do it. And then this does suffer from some of the build issues that we experienced with the GMC. A little bit different design, but this is loose and creaky. These still kind of wiggle. Not perfect, but yeah.
Can we talk about this steering wheel?
Absolutely.
It is like the other parts of this car. Like, there is a different look and texture right here that looks like it should be a squishy gripped, but it's not.
Nope.
It's the same plastic around it, just looks different. Why?
To
Don't
look good in pictures.
don't tease. Like, it has no functionality there.
Yeah.
I mean,
just a
not
visual
for comfort.
distinction.
It's just so they can take a picture and you'll be like, oh, look how comfortable that steering wheel looks. It's not. It's the same.
And I noticed that there's a seam on this, especially when you grab it down here. Have you felt that?
Yeah, on the inside there.
It's just
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about the design of the rest of the steering wheel?
Boring.
Yeah. It looks.
I mean, no confusion on the controls though, because there's three.
Yeah. Not a whole lot going on there.
I mean, I'm not faulting them for that, but I'm just.
And then single zone, old school manually controlled, not automatic climate controls. But let me tell you, the AC works.
It works. Let me tell you, that is another thing I really like about this car is the AC works, and you do not have to read the manual to figure out how to work it. You turn it on cold, you crank it up.
Yeah.
Done. End of story. Like,
There
you have to click through a bunch of buttons.
Yeah. There are less buttons than what we saw in the GMC because we don't have ventilated or heated seats. But yeah, very simple. You've got your volume and your fan speed, and it's dropping temperature as we speak.
Yeah.
But I've got it all the way down on fan speed, and I had to like adjust it to come out from up here because we still need airflow, but it's cold. Storage in here, you didn't like the storage in the GMC. It's the exact same story here. There ain't much. Like, we've got the glove box, cup holder or bottle holder only in all 4 doors. A little bit of storage here, cup holders here. Deep but shallow or small opening here. Couple cup holders on the back. Under seat storage, but not great under seat storage back there. And then Tucker, how's your leg room back there?
Not very much.
Not very much. With that big child safety seat, he has a little bit less leg room than when he graduates up into a booster, but he's still safer in that, which is a nice segue to installing Tucker's child safety seat. Since y'all have been asking, we'll also show what it's like in the rearward facing configuration for my front seat comfort. Putting a child safety seat in the back of the Chevy Colorado Trail Boss could be easier, could be more difficult, but I will rank it among some of the best in the midsize pickup truck segment. We'll go into all the details here in just a minute. I do want to go ahead and call out though, before I bring it over, we do have a 60/40 split bench seat bottom that allows for a little bit of underseat storage, but not a lot. There's a lot of plastic here that really prohibits putting a lot of stuff in here. Just the packaging underneath this seat is not great. And that's unfortunate because that's something you typically rely on in a midsize pickup truck. And there is a latch here on the side that you had to pull in order to lift or lower it. Again, before we bring Tucker's car seat in for its forward-facing installation like he's been riding this whole video, I'm going to bring it in to show you just how much room is in this front seat when you have the car seat in its rear-facing configuration because, well, mid-sized pickup trucks are notoriously tight. So this is Tucker's Graco Extend to Fit car seat that he rode in when he was rearward facing, and you can see just from trying to get it in its proper positioning that where I was riding earlier is just a little bit too far back. But because these are manually adjusting seats, I had to come around here and get it into place. So I think that is about the right amount of space right there. You can see it is still riding on the back of the headrest, but that's about where this would be in its rear-facing configuration. Let's show you just how much room is up front now. So this is what the front seat looks like with Tucker's child seat in its rear-facing configuration. At 5'10", climb in here and show you that, yeah, that's not great. That is unfortunate. My knees are in the dash. I would not want to ride like this for any length of time. And it is an unfortunate downside to mid-size pickup trucks. Fortunately, though, kids only ride in rear-facing car seats, maybe 2-3 years tops. So this could work in a pinch. I don't think it's a long-term solution, but then again, you don't typically have kids riding back there too long. So, I mean, it's really how much do you want the truck? Full-size trucks obviously don't have this problem. Okay, so showed you the rear-facing configuration. Now let's pop it back around for how Tucker's been riding this entire video. I'm gonna go ahead and extend this top tether And this is perhaps one of the easiest installations when it comes to the top tether in a mid-size pickup truck, because there's no fiddling with the seat back. There is a tether right here that you feed the top tether through, much like on Chevy's full-size pickup trucks. And then you can pull that back and into place. You fish that up and over the headrest. We'll attach that in just a moment. The lower latches are noted with buttons on the seat backs, showing you exactly where they are in between the seat back and seat bottom. And then climbing up here, that's probably the most difficult part, is that there are no steps on this. You can easily get this in on both sides. And then come around here, tighten it down rather nicely. Again, the real hindrance here is just how tall this pickup truck is with that 2-inch lift. Ugh! And then come in here for the top tether. There is a metal latch right behind this tiny center headrest, and then you can tighten this up and you are good to go. So that is child seat installation in the back seat of the 2023 Chevy Colorado. I give it a solid A because it is the best in the segment. All right, Tucker, what else do you think about this truck?
We need to tell them any high car you give us, you need to put some steps on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Trample with maybe some bouncy steps.
Oh,
Bouncies. I like where your head's at.
that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, you would bounce up and down like a trampoline.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be fun. Then it would be easier to get in, wouldn't it, buddy?
Bounce right in.
Just bounce right in.
I like where your head's at, kiddo.
So we need to tell them that, right?
We do need to tell them that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You like this truck?
Hate it.
Hate it? Why do you hate it?
Because of the size.
Yeah?
Oh, is it just because of the steps?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the color.
What?
He wants it to be red.
Yeah.
But I like this blue. Mommy doesn't like this blue.
No, I do like driving this one, though.
Mommy, what are your thoughts on getting in and out of this truck?
It's terrible. I'm assuming you can get rails.
Yes, you can get steps from the factory, from the dealer, and from the aftermarket. And you at 5 foot definitely want some sort of assistive step in this
Need
one.
that. Well, and I just don't understand why, if you don't have rails, you don't have a handle on the driver's side. Where are you supposed to grab to get in?
You're grabbing it right now. The steering
Yeah,
wheel.
but then you grab it and it.
Yeah. But I guess they figure
I need more support.
getting in and out.
Getting in and out. This is not it's nice to have a little handle just in case I'll hold on. No, this is, I need to pull myself in.
So mid-sized trucks.
The floor comes up to my waist.
Yeah. Mid-sized trucks have come a long way from the Frontier that is in front of us. That's what was driving around the roads when I was in high school.
That's like a Mini
Baby
Cooper.
Yeah.
It's a toy truck.
And this is a mid-sized truck now. So yes, you absolutely, for someone your size, need some steps to get in this one. I even am careful getting in and out at 5'10" after getting it all muddy. So
yeah.
I just don't want to be bringing that in the house with me. But other than that, how's it ride? How's it drive for you?
Well, the seats are really comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about earlier with it being cold, you don't really need heated or ventilated seats
But
with the cloth seats. It'd be nice. But, you know, I'm nice and toasty right now.
Yeah.
Even without a heated seat. And then on the driver's side, you have the power movements.
And you have lumbar.
And lumbar.
Yeah.
So
That is all part of an option package that this one
Okay.
has.
But passenger seat, not so much.
Manual adjustments over here. Manual door locks. Interesting omission. This has a proximity key, which means in theory, you can just leave it in your pocket or purse, except there's no button on the outside. So you have to pull it out to unlock the vehicle to get in, then you put it back in. I just feel that's weird. With a proximity key,
Yeah.
at least put something on the driver door for getting in and out and not having to think
It's
about
less
your key.
convenient.
Yeah.
Especially for, and you know this from being with me, but especially being a woman, my key is normally at the very bottom of my purse that has all of my stuff for the day, along with snacks, toys,
coloring books, whatever the case may be.
So it would be a big pain to have to dig it out.
Again, this being built off of the work truck platform, geared more towards off-road. It has a 2-inch lifted suspension over that work truck, again, going to your ingress egress, and a 3-inch wider stance than the work truck. So yeah, this is definitely a bigger, taller, wider, more aggressive vehicle.
Yeah, I do like driving it. It has been fun to drive.
Yeah, plenty of power. The transmission, I know the last generation, everybody complained about the transmission. I don't think I've felt a shift yet. Like, it is a smooth powertrain. So people are like, oh, I wish it had a V6. I can't believe they got rid of the V6. This thing has got more power than the outgoing V6. And I'm going to go ahead and go over here. In the 250 miles that we've driven this, getting 17.8 mpg, which is better than the GMC version that we had. We never saw the EPA numbers, not even close. So this one, we're seeing actual EPA-like economy on this one. Still not great. We got better in the 1500 Sierra Denali than we're getting in this, but I mean, there are sacrifices you make with a pick-em-up truck.
Especially with the off-roading one.
Yes,
right?
This one geared towards off-road.
Well, let's talk about the squeal.
Okay.
What's up with that?
So I've even texted some friends that have had this exact truck. I do believe it is something to do with the turbocharger. I drive a turbocharged 4. I like the turbo whine. This is like more aggressive. And again, we've had this powertrain in the GMC. We didn't experience it in that one. So it's interesting.
What it is, so you're saying no matter what truck you buy, it would likely have that sound.
Potentially. Again, we did not hear it in the GMC version, but we are hearing it in this one.
So what it sounds like when you come to a stop, like at a stoplight or something like that, to me, it sounds like there's an ambulance like off in the distance. That's what it sounds like. So I'm always like looking around for the ambulance that's approaching.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. What about visibility for you?
I feel like with the car seat, well, I guess probably even without the car seat because of those heads, the windows are really small.
Yeah.
Looking back at the back.
I can say from backing out of the grocery store parking lot, the C-pillar back there is in a bad place. And on ours, we only have the backup camera, which is mandated by the government. We don't have the 360, not an option on the Trail Boss. But as you can see, you can just leave it on while driving. But yeah, no 360 cameras on this.
I'll be doing that.
And kind of thick, oddly placed C-pillar for visibility back there.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
the windows are nice and big on the side.
the mirrors are a little on the small side for a pickup truck, but yeah.
I mean, would you be hauling with this though? Probably not.
You can, depending on how you equip them, they can tow up to 7,700 pounds. So you can, we wouldn't. So, but yeah, brakes are good, steering's good, not too heavy, not too light. So I guess that brings us to the window sticker. We were talking fuel economy earlier, 17 city, 21 highway, 19 combined. Again, we're getting over 17 with this one. Care to guess? Would you like a reminder of what the GMC cost?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Off-road truck. Big.
Mid-size. Affordable.
73.
No.
Too high?
Way too high.
57.
Still too high.
Really? Okay.
So the GMC that we had, nearly $50,000, 41,055.
41?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I changed some of the things I said that I didn't like. I mean, not the squill, though.
Yeah,
I would...
that needs to be checked out. Again, some of my friends that have had this are convinced that this one needs some serious...
Some tuning up?
Yeah, tuning. But these live a tough
if you were
life.
test driving a vehicle, test driving this truck, maybe just something to look out for, just in case.
Yep.
But I mean, even if it is something that's just like with this truck, because it's been driven hard and long. I mean, if you get this truck, aren't you going to want to be driving it hard and long? Like, shouldn't it hold up to...
Yep. So, just something to consider. I know all you Chevy naysayers are typing away right now, so let us hear it.
Something to consider.
Yeah. So, after having the nearly $50,000 GMC, and
nearly 60,000. Didn't you say it was 59 and some change?
It was 49 and some change, sorry.
Oh, well.
Yeah, 49. So this one's 41 and some change. So,
okay.
Sorry. So after having the nearly $50,000 GMC that did have leather, heated and ventilated seats, but some build quality issues, this one at 41,000, looking a little more appealing, though missing some of the luxurious touches. But I would say the thing that really surprised me was spending time in the $73,000 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk and realizing what you can do off-road in this versus off-road in that. And just $73,000 for that versus $41,000 for this definitely puts this truck more in perspective, which has me asking you, could this be something that would be in our garage?
It could be. I think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Care to know my thoughts? Because neither one of us left that GMC going, let's get that GM. But
I like this one better.
Yeah.
Is that weird? I mean, that's weird, right? Because the other one had heated and ventilated.
I have been struggling with that as well because I'm like, okay, I kind of like this one better. So we really poo-pooed on the GMC, but it was nicer. But this one is, I'm with you on that one. I kind of feel like
we've showed this some tough love.
Yes.
But, if we were going to get a truck, it would be in the lineup to consider, I think. Don't you?
So, on that shocking revelation, if you want to know more from Holly, see some behind-the-scenes stuff from her, see her loading up pumpkins and such in the back of this one, go find her on Instagram and on Facebook at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. Not saying Twitter really messed with my brain. Or you can just go to gtgaragetalk.com. Be sure and hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video drops from us. But as for us, in a pickup truck we could see ourselves in. Until next time, gearheads. Bye. Tucker, you sure you don't want to yell? This truck needs steps.
You sure?
We would have to have the steps, though. How much is that?
Like, probably $1,000. Well, even driving the GMC around, if I took cost out of the equation, I was like, okay, yeah, I like it. And then I thought about how much it costs. And I was like, But this one being... The problem for me is there are a few things that it is missing, like having a leather wrap steering wheel. That we would have to opt up to the Z71 for, and then I start putting packages on packages, and then I'm up to 58 again, or 48 again, and I'm like...
I'm pretty toasty right now.
Yeah, I mean...
Even in it's just my heat circulating, making it a heated seat. It's my booty heat.
Yeah.
Circulating.
How are you circulating your booty heat?
No, it's just natural. I'm not tooting. It's not a toot. I'm not warming my seat with my toot.
I'm glad I didn't turn the cameras off.
Toot.
I like how you waited until the car was next to us to go.
Well, I decided I trusted it enough that it wasn't going to move over.
Please not on time. Please not on time.